Hey everybody, it's Kelly and welcome to a bonus video. I am actually videoing this on the 29th of December, but I'm thinking you're going to see this more around probably like the 4th of December at the end of all my daily videos. We'll see what happens. So if you remember back, if you followed along, I got a cold, so I am sick today. Hopefully by the time you're seeing my videos on the 3rd and that kind of thing, my voice is better and I've gotten a little bit better. But since I'm homesick, excuse me, I have some time to do that today, so I thought I would. So just to kind of backtrack a little bit here, this is the 15th of December. I had quite a few photos here. And then when I went to do the 16th, I was thinking that I had done, that the back side of the 15th was a 4x6 and 2 3x4s. And I took this photo, basically about a 4x6. But what ended up happening is I had forgotten that I had, that yes, there was the 3x4 pockets, but I had put in 4 3x4 photos. So I ended up with this blank space here. And then there's my little program for the Christmas cantata. And I wasn't sure what I was going to fill this with. And as I was going through and listening to Christmas music this year, I thought, you know, I haven't really documented my favorites. And I knew I had this card that was holiday playlist. So I decided that's what I'm going to do here. So as I started working with this, I realized that what I really wanted to do was do the covers to my favorite Christmas songs. I do have a Christmas favorites playlist, and I decided I wanted to do those. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'll have, sorry guys, I'm going to stop saying sorry because I can't help it. Anyway, what I'm doing here is I've got these, I'm going to do this in 3 pages. So these are going to go on the back of this one. Kind of trying to figure out how this is going to work. And then I also have, you know, I have this holiday playlist thing. So I think I'm going to put this maybe on the first page. Maybe not. I kind of actually like it here. So originally I was thinking it was going to go here. I think I'm going to do that. Then I don't know that you guys are going to be able to see this. You will if I do this. Hang on. I have this very old transparency from Elle Studio that says "Deck the Halls with Boughs of Holly, fa la 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 la." So I think I'm going to put this in, and what I'm going to do is I think I'll put this in here and do that. And then I also have this other old card that says "fa la 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 la." Now this is more cream based, and there's cream in that one, so I think I'm going to put that on there. Then a little full disclosure, since I am sick, I've done some of this pre-planning so that I don't have to talk through as much dead space in the video because obviously talking makes coughing. So when I was thinking about backgrounds, for some reason, and I think part of it, even before I found this green, remembered that this card was green, I was just thinking green for these. And I was thinking about this paper. But when I looked at it, I'm like, if I use this consistently across all the spreads, you won't see the Deck the Halls. So this is an old Elle Studio Joyful paper. So that went. Then I thought, well, maybe I have a lot of this red paper, and I bought this last year. This is from Photoplay. It's the Studio Solids, and it was from last year, right around Christmas time. But I decided, like, I don't really love the red with these. It's okay here and it's okay here, but I don't like it with this. So I just had green in my head. I did have the same piece of paper in green, but I only have one of these sheets, and I obviously need 2. And so then what I did is I went into my, I remember that I did have some green paper, and I have the American Crafts Cozy and Bright 12x12 paper pad from this year, and there's this green, and I love this green. It works really well with that, and I just think it's a really nice kind of Kelly green background. So what I did is, and this is the, you know, full disclosure here, is I cut 3x4s for all of these. So now you can see how nice that Deck the Halls is going to work. And I'm going to have to put something there, otherwise you'll see it right through the transparency. But I have some thoughts about what I'm going to do here. So my idea here what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue these down onto these pieces of paper here. And then as I was doing this, I decided that I really liked the idea of this gray wasn't like fitting in. I mean, there's gray up here. To unite this, I thought I would back this on green as well. So I just trimmed this card down before I started the video. So that can be mounted onto that. Oops, and I think I am missing one. I thought, okay, I might have to cut another one because I thought I had them all, but maybe not. Okay. I don't think I had an extra one. I'm missing one here, guys. So I'll have to cut another one because everything else is on that green background. I want that holiday playlist to be on the same green background. So hang on a second. The best laid plans. I was trying not to have to do any of that kind of thing, but that's okay. That's not the worst thing to happen. And I'm just cutting, you know, a 3x4. That's all I'm doing here. Okay. So there we go. So now everything will have its own piece to sit on. And I'm going to right away, because I know what I'm going to do with these cards right here, I'll put those on. Okay, so those are done. Now, my other thought is, so these are my favorite albums, although this is really just one song, because that was not a Christmas album. That Emerson, Lake and Palmer song is not from a Christmas album. What I'm thinking is maybe I want to do some sort of label to put like my favorite songs from each of the albums. And so I grabbed my labels here. And I'm just thinking, and I do have like another sheet of these if I run out. I don't have enough. So I'm going to have to do a little searching through. I'm going to pull this, I'm going to just pull this out and set it to the side here. A little easier for me to pull from then. And for some reason, I'm liking the idea of putting that at the bottom. And I think green. I think the red would be, I don't want to say disturbing, but I think there's so much going on in the color of the different labels. I think it's better if it's one consistent color across everything. Otherwise, red, let me kind of show you. Let me see if I can find a red label. Here. That starts to add more color, and then your eye doesn't know where to look from because it's not consistent. Now, ideally, I would probably like to do it in one of the green colors. So I've got 9, 2, 3, 4, and I have 4 of the dark green labels and 4 of the light green labels. So no matter what, I'm going to need to mix the dark and the light green. That's just what's going to happen because of the way this is, how many I have available. And I may get frustrated and just start cutting the labels here. But that is what I'm thinking I'm going to do. Here's another dark green one. Thinking on this opening page, might want more dark green than light green. And I'm just thinking in general, I want more dark green than light green. can change across too. There's no reason why that can't. And maybe what I do is do 2 of the dark green. I think I'm out of the dark green here, so I'm just going to cut them apart here. And these are cut apart labels from, I don't remember if this is this year or last year, Ellie Studio. Okay. And you know, you're crazy, well, crazy. I shouldn't say it like that. If you like to be more exact, you can, if you want to, probably just use your trimmer on these, but I find that my trimmer actually, I do a better job than just my trimmer. Okay, so do I like it with the mixed dark green, light, because I only have 2 more dark greens left here. Okay, the other thing that I'm thinking, let's see, this card, oops, forgot that was glued. I'm thinking this one's gonna go like this just because I want that fa la 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 on the inside, which means this probably needs to go here and this probably needs to go there. And I'm still okay with how that looks. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. What I'm probably going to do here is just do 1 page, just so I don't have to talk through all of this with you guys. And then maybe I can come back and show you what I've done once I've done that. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through, I'm going to glue all these labels down, and then I'll come back. Normally I would talk this through, but just to save my voice. Okay, everybody, so I am back, and here's what I have done, kind of pretty much what I told you I was going to do. I went through, I glued all of the album covers or CD covers or MP3 covers, I guess album covers, right? That's album covers to the 3x4 squares, and then I glued the label down on the bottom. And then as I was, I glued these 2 pieces down, and then I was coming back, I said I was going to have to figure that out. Well, I decided to staple it, so I grabbed my tiny attacher. I don't use this very much. And by the way, I did find the, there was an extra piece of paper hiding under here, so now I have an extra one of these, which is fine. Anyway, so I grabbed my tiny attacher, which I don't use that much, and I stapled that. And then I thought, oh, that would be kind of a cute little thing, and I just realized I forgot to staple this one. So I just came in, just put a little staple there, so it looks, this is actually holding this one. For the rest of those, it looks like it is, but it's not really. And then I glued the label on. Then what I did is I put my very favorite song, or 2, depending on what I had room for, from each of the CDs that I have here. Now, some of these, like most of these, I have more than 1 favorite song, or 2. I have quite a few, otherwise it wouldn't be my favorite in my playlist. Other than this one, because this is the only, as I said, this was not a Christmas album that this was on. This is just, a single play here. So then I did that, and then I wrote down the names of each of the albums, not with the person who did them, just because I didn't really have room. Although maybe I could come back in and do that. I think I could. I probably will do that. And because I didn't get them in order. I was going to, and then I kind of screwed something up along the way because I was started from the top and then went from the bottom up. And anyway, so I'm still thinking that I would like to do something to embellish this even further. And that I'm thinking is I have these Illustrated Faith Apple of My Eye enamel hearts, and you can buy these at Dayspring. They're produced by Bella Boulevard, but it's an Illustrated Faith product. And I'm thinking that I can put hearts on these somewhere on all of these, and kind of depending, on what the card is, how big they're going to be. This one I think I'm going to wait, because if I add the names in, I probably only am going to be able to do a tiny one. So I'll just pop one up there for now, because I think there's not going to be room. There is room right now, but there's not going to be. And then I have a lot of these little ones, so I think I'm just going to come back in here and pop them on even though they're sort of, you know, different sizes and, you know, that kind of thing, I'm okay with that because I think it gives some variety. Although right away I can see, I think I'd like this smaller one here. And I just learned that they are very sticky, so I'll be a little bit more careful if I move one. I didn't remember that. Okay, so I'm kind of looking to see, like, what do I have size-wise? Like, this guy's probably going to need to be little, tiny. And probably this guy here. And it seems like I'm kind of putting them all to the left, so I'll stay consistent with that now. This one can take one that's a little bit bigger again. That one can too. This one needs to be a little guy. Okay, so and then I just need that one. And that one can probably be just a little bit bigger too. Maybe a little bit wider. Okay, so now everything has a heart to it. I might even be able to make this one a little bit bigger. Just look and see here. Yeah, I like that. Okay, well, maybe it's too thick. Go back to this one. Or to this one. I don't, okay, I like that better. It's taking up a little bit too much room for my head. Anyway, so really basically, guys, this is all done. So now I'm not going to put these in the pockets because I'm going to have to check to make sure that they're okay back to back. I'm not going to make you watch that. Well, actually, I can do it. Actually, I can't because these are going to be back to back as well, too. These should be consistent, but these are not going to be. But this is what the spread is going to look like. You'll see it in the photos when it's all done. So there's a little bonus day for you. I'm just going to go back in and put who is the group or the artist of the album. And I am all done. So there's a bonus day for you. Hope you guys are all well. And depending on if this is the last video or not, make sure that you look because I will do a flip through of the album. I'm thinking, depending on what happens, that there may be one more bonus video coming. So it'll either be the flip through or another bonus video next. I don't have any pictures right now on the 29th of my Christmas trees in my album. And I want to do that. So it's just a matter of how I'm going to do that. Part of it is going to be how things end up on the 1st as to how that occurs as well. So sometimes the end of the album is a little bit iffy until I get my last day done, and then I have to decide how to end it. So anyway, guys, there is how to document your playlist. Hope you guys are all well, and hopefully I will be well soon too. Bye.